How good is this team, Calvin? How good is this
Very
Rockets team?
good. Very, very, very good. First of all, as I tell everyone, this is no fluke. Everybody thinks they're riding a wave right now. They are surely legitimate. And when you start talking about the upcoming playoffs, and of course Golden State being the front runners on paper, the Rockets right now are the front runners on court. That's what I tell everyone.
Mm-hmm. And when it comes down to it, Calvin, what makes this team so good?
Well, first of all, the system. You know, the Rockets started off the season with we're going to outshoot everybody, outscore everyone. And as they went along, then they started drafted defensive players like P.J. Tucker to come into the system and Amute and things of that nature. So they put their tremendous offense with some defensive players on the court that also can shoot, and their defense improved so much that now it's hard to match up against them.
And is Harden a different player?
Oh, absolutely. And what makes him a different player is he's more confident in his teammates, and he feels now that he doesn't have to do it all by himself. The greatest move the Rockets made for James Harden was CP3, Chris Paul.
Why is that?
Well, first of all, now you can't double and triple team James Harden anymore because you got a future Hall of Famer on the other side of that court. And with that being said, if the right hand don't get you, then the left hand will.
Calvin Murphy, Pro Basketball Hall of Famer here on the Rich Eisen Show, because the narrative just a couple of years ago is that Harden wasn't even really trying, right? That there was something wrong with him there in Houston.
Well,
And it just seems last year he had a Hall of Fame, an MVP season if it wasn't for all the triple-doubles out of Oklahoma City. And now this year he's just taken it to a whole different level.
Well, you know, when you start talking about James Harden of the past, you're talking about two different players. James Harden has always been a player, since he's been in the Rockets uniform, that has felt that he had so much on his shoulders. He had to carry the whole franchise. Well, that's not his outlook anymore. And with that being said, when you look at the players they put around him, any night one of them can come up with a big game, and he recognizes that now. So what he's doing, he's just free stroking. There's no real pressure on him anymore to take it upon himself to lead this team to the promised land. He knows now it's going to be a 15-man show. And with that being said, if you look at his demeanor, if you look at his body language game times, there's no urgency. There's nothing but let me stay within the system. The coach does a heck of a job. D'Antoni does a heck of a job with his matchups from game to game, the combination he puts on the floor. And, of course, now James Harden is the ace in the hole. He doesn't have to be the whole show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.